Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
You know what I find so wild? That in 2025, in this so-called post-racial America that some people actually love to pretend that they live in, a group of grown white men in biker vests still think it's okay to gang up on a black man, violently beat him up in public, and scream racial slurs while they're doing it. All on camera. And they felt okay with it. They did it so brazenly. That's not just wild, that's dangerous, that's triggering. And it tells us loud and clear that racism, especially violent, targeted, and physical racism, is still alive. It's still breathing, and it's unbothered in certain parts of America, which is very worrisome. Now let's take a look at this video and then we'll talk about it right after.
I got the snap ready.
Hey, you're paying your tab. You're paying your tab. You're paying tab. You get your ass up and pay your tab.
My name is Ife Igwe's the African Diaspora News Channel. Now, this happened at Pike's Pub in Wayndale, Indiana. This footage shows several white men all rocking matching biker vests with the word outlaw on the back, beating a black man senseless in the middle of the bar. And they didn't just hit him. They reportedly shouted racial slurs while doing it. So they knew exactly what they were doing. This wasn't just some random, oh, it happened to be a group of white men against a black man. Now, this wasn't just a drunken fight. This was an attack, an assault, a hate crime. If we're calling things what they are, it is what it is. But here's where it gets even messier. By the time that the police arrived, the victim didn't actually want to give any information about the men who beat him up. Why? We can only guess. But let's be honest. When you're black in America, even being the victim doesn't guarantee that the system will protect you. In fact, sometimes speaking up feels like it actually puts you in more danger. Could that be the case in this situation? And that's the reason why he didn't want to speak. Now, the bar owner, who wasn't even there, by the way, he told local media that the man refused to pay his bill. And that's what sparked the attack. Really? So that's the justification for 5 or 6 white men jumping one black man and shouting the N-word because of the bills. The N-word came into play. Come on. We've seen this playbook before. Shift blame to the black person to deflect from racist violence. It's giving every moment in history where black lives have been devalued for the sake of protecting white supremacy. Now let's talk about the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. This isn't your friendly neighborhood Harley Davidson fan club. The Outlaws are an infamous biker gang, and the FBI has literally convicted members of this Fort Wayne chapter for crimes ranging from drug trafficking to extortion. That's who actually attacked this man. People who are tied to an organization with a violent criminal past. The bar has now deleted its social media and shut down temporarily. Why? But then the damage is done, right? And Fort Wayne's new mayor, a black woman named Sharon Tucker, has said that she found the video disturbing and she's promising to look into it. Well, that's a start, right? But the community isn't waiting. Protests clearly have begun. And you know what? Let's zoom out for a second, especially for those of us in Black diaspora. Watching this from outside the US, from here in Nigeria in particular, or watching it from the UK or the Caribbean or wherever, listen, racism is not just an American issue. But I have to say this. America's brand of racism is unique in its boldness. A group attack like this in a public space with slurs being thrown around and everyone is acting like it's business as usual. That's not just racism. And for Black people watching this from all over the world, it's a painful reminder that no matter your status, your behavior, or your surroundings, your Blackness alone can make you a target. It is the unfortunate reality that must be addressed. Not just accepted, but must be addressed. And you know what's scary? That man could have died that night. And then what? Another hashtag, another cycle of outrage and no accountability whatsoever. This cannot be normalized. You know, we cannot let this story slide under the radar like others. I don't care if the victim didn't press charges. I don't care if the bar says, oh, well, there's two sides to every story. When one side is racial slurs and gang violence, there's only one side that matters, and it's justice. This is sad. It's very heartbreaking. But what are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment. My name is